Hey guys, it's Melissa Bachman from Winchester Deadly Passion.
This is Sadie Kennel.
Hi, this is Fred Eichler.
This is Michelle Eichler.
This is Jordan Harbertson.
Hey guys, this is Shannon Schmidt. I'm Rihanna Carey.
Hey everybody, this is Chrissy Titus.
Hey guys, this is Jessica Taylor Byers with Follow Her Arrow.
Hey guys, this is Lindsay Christensen.
And you're listening to the Hunting Widow Podcast.
Here is where some of hunting's leading ladies share their favorite stories, reveal their personal tips and tricks, and explain just how they manage to balance this adventurous hobby with the demands of daily life.
Have a seat, good sir. Miss Katie's here.
Hi.
Oh, we're already live. Yep. I'm late, of course. We're a little bit behind, but that's okay. So, we are here at Zeiss Outdoors. Alex, go ahead and slide over here. Nobody can see you. This is our sales rep, Alex, at Zeiss.
Hey, everybody.
And he is going to kind of give us an overview because we carry Hoyt here at the store.
Yep.
At Zeiss. And we kind of want to give a brief overview as to some of the new stuff that you guys have coming in.
Okay, so we have 4 new hunting bows. I don't know if you can see me. I brought a little catalog, but you probably won't be able to see this. So we upgraded the Defiant series bows. So we have 3 new Defiants it's called the Pro Defiant. So we do a 31, a 34, and a turbo, all new.
Awesome. So,
the carbon stays the same, and so I'm assuming your listeners are predominantly women, right?
yes.
So the carbon is great for ladies because number one, it stays warm when it's cold. So when you pick up the bow, it stays warm when it's freezing cold outside on those cool mornings for hunting. And then the other thing is it's lightweight for light mass weight. So like my wife shoots one, you start light and then you can add the quiver and the sight.
Yeah, which tends to add a lot more weight.
Yeah.
It added a lot more for me.
Yeah. Yeah, once you, by the time you put a rest, and she has a hard time not only with the drawing the bow back and the pull, like the draw weight, but she has a hard time holding the bow up. So if you can afford it, the carbon is the way to go for the ladies because you start off light, it's warm to the touch, it's great for all those things. So
Awesome. What are some of the other ones that you guys have coming up?
So we did the 3 Defiant series, and then we did a bow called the Double XL, which is a bow. I'm a really tall guy, big guy. So for any of your husbands that are big guys that haven't been able to shoot a bow, this bow will go out to 33 inches, and so it's I'm not. This is new to me. So this bow will go out to 33 inches, and it'll fit all those big tall guys, and it's specific to basically anybody that's over 6'4". So longer draw, it's going to be great, and I kind of helped them with that on the design. So
Awesome.
That's going to be really cool. We took away the Vixen, which you wanted me to talk about.
Yep.
Which is fine because we actually are doing a lot of women didn't want the Vixen; they wanted just the colors. So we're allowing you to upgrade your strings this year for a small charge, so you can get purple and pink strings or whatever color string you want, and then you can buy the color kit separately.
Awesome. That's awesome to know that changes kind of happened for that.
Yeah, so a lot of the women that would come to me, they would be like, I don't really like the Vixen logo or whatever the Vixen means. So they just want the color, but they don't want all the other stuff.
Other little doodads that go with it.
We still do the Vixen on the Power Max, and it's no extra charge on the Power Max or the Vixen. Because a lot of the little girls, like my daughter, she loves that. So you can get that Vixen, which was a $50 upgrade. It's not, you don't have to pay that anymore. It's no extra charge. It's a standard color combination.
Well, it's good to have, especially with some of the other colors that you guys have in all your other bows. So it's not just specific.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
What else is coming up?
We'll have a bunch of new stuff at the ATA show in January. You can get online. This is our new clothing catalog. So we got a bunch of women's clothing in there, a bunch of women's hats. So get online, check those out. We have a lot of those coming into stock as we speak. We've got some new hats and we've got a puffy vest and some other cool stuff. So check some of that branded apparel out.
Cool.
Oh, and for your recurve, we'll have, if you're into high-end Target recurve, we've got a whole new recurve line, and then we'll have a hunting recurve line too coming out at the
awesome.
ATA show. So if you're into the Olympic style recurve, there's a bunch of really cool stuff out right now.
Awesome.
Just introduced it all.
I can't wait to get some of these in here and give them a try. So
Yeah, the guys are down there shooting them right now. So
I know.
It's been fun.
We're up here, and it's so not fair right now. It's really kind of sad. But it's
Wow.
okay. It's okay.
all right.
We're
You guys
going
have
down
You guys
next.
have a job to do.
I know. We'll be down there next. But
Someone's got to make the dollars, right?
That's right.
see,
That's right.
see, somebody's got to make the money around here. It's not us. Thank you, Alex, so much for sitting in and
No problem.
filling
Thanks,
us
guys.
in on what's coming up.
All right.
Thank you.
No problem.
Kate's gonna hop over here now.
I'm going to grab my bag
gravy.
of my snacks.
See, we planned ahead for this, y'all. Like, you guys don't even...
Hey.
Look at that. Katie's knocking things over.
Story of my life.
I know, right?
Sorry.
Oh, sorry, totally blocking
I'm sorry.
the camera there for just a sec, y'all. Let's realign this, because, Katie's got to mess
You
everything
guys,
up.
I struggle at life, and I had to bring my snacks because I'm hungry, and my meal plans, and my dinner, and my life's falling apart right now.
You know what's really funny is I brought pizza thinking that you would go over and take a piece of pizza as well.
I walked by that, and I literally just glared at it the whole time.
Oh, I'm sure. Oh, I'm sure.
I want it, but I can't eat it, so I'm going to have my chocolate peanut butter protein, an apple, and more peanut butter.
You guys are going to have me watching me do mic checks the whole entire time, because I'm going to be sliding this mic in and out of Katie's face the whole entire time. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. She does. She forgets every time. Every time, without fail. So, we had a few things come up that we wanted to talk about. There's so much going on, and there's been a lot that's happened in the media through the last couple months. And, when we get on podcasts, we talk to people most of the time, and we don't really get a chance to actually interact with you guys and give you guys the chance to talk with us. So this is really simple, and you guys know us. We're off the wall crazy random people, but we actually have notes this time. So
I doubt
that
we
we
go off of
could,
them.
well, there's a few things that I really wanted to talk on, so we probably will, just for a couple of things. But if you guys have any questions that come up, if you guys have anything you guys want to hear us, like our opinions about, please don't hesitate to ask, because we definitely have different opinions on a lot of different things, like the fact that I actually shoot a Hoyt and Katie shoots a bear. We kind of have some,
I don't care. I don't care what you
discrepancies.
shoot. I just...
Well, it
I
is
shoot
what it
what I
is.
shoot. You shoot what you shoot. Everybody's going to shoot something different because, in my opinion, well, it's not really an opinion. It's kind of just dumbass facts. But everybody's going to fit a bow differently. They're going to shoot a bow differently.
Yeah,
how
short stack over here.
Yeah, my home wrecker fits me completely.
It does. It really does.
I've shot Andy's Matthews before. I've shot your bow before.
Yeah.
And they're great bows. They're big on me though, because I am tiny. I'm itty bitty. So my bow fits me. I shoot the shit out of my bow. I really should watch my language. We're live.
You might need to today,
Sorry.
sweetie.
I'll go PG on this. Anyway, I shoot the crap out of my bow. I love my bow, and everyone gives me crap. Oh, you need to get a new bow, blah, 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 blah.
You know what? To each his own. That's my new theory on it.
If you can shoot your bow, great. Keep it, shoot it, because there's plenty of people out there that have these fancy schmancy new bows, and they can't shoot it for crap.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes, though, it's something that's got to happen. Like me this year, because I am planning on maxing out my bow this winter. So if that's the case, then I've got to get a new bow.
See, and mine's completely maxed out, so I'm going to have to get it. That's my plan, is get a new bow eventually. But I already told myself that I'm going to kill something with my bow first.
That's a good way to think of that.
Yeah, so I'm going to, as soon as I get something with my bow.
So we've had Cole ask, what is the best bow for beginning females? Now, this is something that Katie and I tend to talk back and forth on, because, like she was saying, it really does depend on the person. Now, I have people all the time who tell me, oh, I went out and bought the Iwasaki Bowtech because it had a brand name on it and it's got to be good. And I'm like, I am not knocking them by any means. The last time I shot an Iwasaki bow, I seriously raked my arm because the draw length was not the way that it was supposed to be on me. Things just didn't fit me. But then I also shot an Elite. The Elite was great to start out for me. It was a used bow. I bought it used, and it worked out great for the first year. But then when I was ready to hunker into something to use, I ended up getting a Hoyt. So,
And that's fine.
Yeah, and if you get something that starts at a lower poundage too, and then you work your way up, that's the best for me.
I think a lot of people should go that route, but that's just my personal opinion. For women, go into your archery shop, go in and shoot 20 different bows till you find something that's going to feel right. You don't just get something because it's popular and it's what everybody else is getting. Get something that's actually going to fit you, that you can shoot, that you're going to get good with, and that you're comfortable shooting. That's the biggest thing.
And sight as well. Sight is a big thing, especially when you're a beginner, because understanding, which sight pin lines up with what yardage is really important. So
yeah, I would. Cole's asking if he should get an adjustable weight and draw weight.
Yes, draw length.
Because she's going to be able to eventually, she could start out at, I don't know, like 35 pounds and whatever draw weight length she is. She could start out at that, shoot that for a couple months, then start bumping it up. So definitely you want to get something that can be adjustable for her, that's going to fit her.
See, and I started out, my actual measurement is 26 inches, and I didn't actually start shooting 26 inches until just barely. I've been shooting at 25 and a half inches and even 25 because I wasn't comfortable going all the way back because of the situation of raking my arm. I thought that if I went shorter that I was going to be a lot better off, that things were just going to end up flowing better. Like it helped me get comfortable to the actual draw length that I needed to be at.
See, and I started out shooting at 26 with my draw length, which it was fine. I shot fine there, but I have, not a lot of people know this, but I have a half inch I have a half inch gap in my bone in my shoulder. So there's certain specific movements that I physically cannot do. So actually shortening my draw length to, I think I'm at 25 now. So we actually shoot the same length, which is funny because you're a lot taller than me, but we still shoot the same length.
I have T-Rex arms.
No, I do. But anyway, so yeah, you definitely want to get her something that's going to be adjustable, just because she'll grow into it. She'll find what's comfortable to her, and it'll be, you guys will have so much fun.
And Riley, get your mind out of the gutter. Seriously, come on, sweetheart. Like,
saw that coming.
26, come on. I love you so much. Your gutter mind. I love it.
How did I miss that? Usually
I don't
it's
know.
me that comes up with that. Atta girl.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of her.
Oh, is she ashamed to harvest and hunt? You know what? That's something that Katie and I both feel really strongly about, is harvesting an actual ethical hunt, and then, competing. I think I actually am leaning more towards the side of competing, because this last weekend was the best hunting I've ever done because of the fact that I did not get sick. I didn't get sick once, and I actually did great. However, then there were times where I was on the hunt where I was like, okay, I don't know if this is for me. Maybe I'm supposed to be the gatherer who sits at camp and make sure that everything's put together, because as I'm out, and I'm sure that a lot of women also feel this way, but when I am actually out hunting, I get this guilt feeling that I'm supposed to be with my kids. So I have this hard complex when I go out, but at the same time, competing is something a little bit more, something that I'm starting to look into more and really starting to think of as an actual avenue to take. So,
Are you thinking like target competing?
Yeah, so doing more along the target side of things.
Okay.
But this is my thing, is that you can get anybody can start with a target hunting bow. Like, it's the same concept. There's different regulations when you go out hunting than when you're shooting target, and there's different regulations when you're shooting target versus shooting or going hunting. So when you have the both sides of those, it's kind of hard to have a bow that fits everything. But this is something that I wanted to talk about a lot. So thank you, Cole. I am so happy that you are here and commenting right now. So Cole says that I compete and want her to get into it as well. It makes it more fun that you guys can share into it. I 100% agree with this. And somebody came to me and actually asked me, I've actually had several people ask me, they've said, how can I get my wife or my girlfriend into shooting and hunting with me? How can I get them to do this? Can you talk to them? Can you get them into this? Can you talk to them? Can you get them to do whatever? And I said, you know what? I can talk to them as much as I can. And I mean, I can talk a lot. Huh. It can happen. So
As I'm sitting here quiet.
I know, yeah. See, Katie knows what to do. But, you know, I love that you guys want to, like, all the men want to get their wives and all their girlfriends into doing it.
They actually want to do something together.
Yeah, like, you guys want to actually, like, share it. But don't force them. Please don't force them, because it makes it such a negative impact.
There is nothing
especially
wrong
on women.
with two people who want to be together having different hobbies. There is nothing wrong with it. You just have to figure your ish out and make it work.
Right. And for me, I really struggled with how much my husband hunted. Hence the name, The Hunting Widow, right? So I really struggled with that. And then I decided that I really wanted to join him. So that was how this all came about this last year, that I really wanted to be a part of what was happening. And, you know, whether that be me being here at the shop, whether it be on the mountain, whether that be competing. I mean, yeah, I wanted to join him,
I feel weird
but I know
having
that
these
it's
guys
not.
watch me eat.
Why? I brought my Mountain Dew. Y'all, those who know me, preach! Green can, nectar of the gods.
I don't know,
it.
it's just like, I don't know, it's weird having everybody watch me eat.
Oh, just don't talk with food in your mouth.
Why not? Don't you like this?
Wow.
I can't even do it.
So, anyway, I love that you brought that up, Cole. Thank you so much. Because I can't even tell you how many people come to me and ask me, you know.
Oh, I get it all the time,
I really want.
How did you get into this? How did you blah, blah, blah?
Did your boyfriend, did your husband get you into this? And that's something that's really hard.
I've never
so.
actually had a boyfriend that was even into this stuff.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, kind of. But not like actual, like
in a boyfriend.
title.
No.
You haven't had any title boyfriends that have said.
No, you're still dating. That's not like boyfriend.
Yeah,
Anyway,
true.
long story short. Just let her figure out her own stuff. When she wants to do it, she'll do it. If she likes it, she likes it. She'll stay into it.
You know, and if you're wanting to surprise her with a bow, my husband surprised me with my Hoyt, and granted, it went over really well. Like, it actually fit me really well. Things went really good. And my coach, you know, he just commented, Mr. Lucas Jolly. He coaches with cooches. Sorry, Lucas. Woo! Sorry, Ryan. Wow. He coaches me and has helped me out a lot. Let's get back on track here, Katie. Come on. Don't you dare snort in these mics. So, you can surprise her with one, but just know that it might not be the one that fits her the right way, and it just doesn't, it might not be what she needs. You know what you could do is just be like, let's just see what happens. Let's just get you to shoot
a gift
some,
card.
you know, or get a gift card. Yes.
Get a gift card and say, let's go get you a bow.
Yeah. I mean, that would be a really good option, because then she knows that it's one that she picked out, and
I'm getting yelled at right now for eating on this.
I'm sure you are.
Yes, I am eating while we're live, okay?
It happens. You know what? Katie eats when we actually podcast with people.
Katie, I love you, sister.
Katie's everybody's huckleberry.
Oh, no, she's going to be my huckleberry.
Oh, sorry. I thought that was a you and me thing.
Well, I'll be your huckleberry, too.
Will you be my honeybee?
I'll be your honeybee.
Yes! Okay. Anyway, sidetrack moment. Yeah, I would, if she doesn't know what kind of bow she wants, I would have her either do a gift card or go try out a few. Because that would be a much better option for the fact that she can make some decisions. You're in Oregon? Dude, you got Bowtech in Oregon. If you contact anybody at Bowtech...
There's a lot of people that shoot archery out there.
There's so many. I know a lot of people. And you know what? If there's something that she's looking for, you know, you can always contact any kind of shop, and most of the time they can get a sample brought in if it's not something that they actually carry. So, just a heads up on there. And I'm so sorry that it's hard for her to find a bow, but I mean...
You know, it really is hard, but as soon as you get her on track, she'll kind of start to say, okay, you know, this feels right, that feels right. It'll all come together. Take her to the shop, you know, get her a pass. If the local shop has a pass. Matthews only. You know, if they're going to shoot a Matthews, you can do the Halon. A lot of the women that I know that shoot Matthews shoot Halons, and they love them. They go down to their draw length and everything. So,
And at least she can give that a try. And if she says, this just doesn't feel right, then you can look at venturing into other bows. So,
all right, so we're going into release styles now is the next question we're getting asked. You know, release it's the same thing I think is a bow. You've got to find something that's going to fit you. I tried a thumb release. I've tried a couple different ones, and I still love mine.
yeah.
I didn't love the thumb releases because, again, with my shoulder, that how you have to hold your hand back up that way. I'm doing this and you can't see, but you know I'm doing the motion, you guys.
Airdrop, $1 in the cup.
I'm doing. I physically that motion just hurts. I can't do it. So it's definitely it's a personal preference thing. You know, try different things, find what's comfortable for you, and then go with it.
Something that I really like about using my wrist release, I shoot the Wise Guy, Spot Hog Wise Guy, and I love that how it sits on my wrist. You know, I had to make an extra hole because my wrist is an awkward size. So when I actually draw back,
I'm sorry.
horrible. When I draw back, I can anchor in the right spot and I can get my finger around that trigger to release. And it fits just right on my wrist. I actually have callus marks on my wrist from where it sits. And, you know, that just happens over time. With a thumb release, I shot one for like 2 weeks and I would target punch because I couldn't get myself to relax enough to get that switch to flip. Back tension, I have not shot with one because I'm afraid of punching myself in the face. If I'm going to be 100% honest, that's the only reason why I haven't shot a back tension.
Those made me nervous. I was not comfortable shooting those at all.
My husband told me that if I wanted to start competing, that the best thing to use would be a back tension. So I'm like, oh, okay. Well, how's that supposed to work?
Mine's just a Cabela's brand.
So,
my wrist one. But mine also is tiny because I have tiny little child hands and, yeah.
Remember, we were talking about Katie having T-Rex arms earlier. So
I do have T-Rex. I have a T-Rex tank top. I have a T-Rex t-shirt. Yep. Oh, and my softball name is T-Rex.
Okay, Ronan.
Get off of me, dude.
Anyway, so those are some of like our preferences and the reasons why we shoot what we shoot. Now, that's not to say that there's not really great brands out there for people that, you know, people absolutely love. I mean, I am more comfortable with my wrist release, and I will try to do the whole.
I noticed too with my wrist release, especially where I've been out hunting and stuff, I mean, I don't know, I haven't hunted with another release, but I almost feel like I would still be more comfortable with my wrist release because I'm hiking and I would be so afraid to lose it.
Yeah, and I've actually heard of people carrying like 3 different releases with them because they're afraid of one dropping or losing one, having one fall out of their pack, having one, you know, just misplaced. I know they have leads on them, but someone I was talking to said they hated the lead because it kept hitting them, like it kept bouncing back and hitting their wrist. So, I mean, I like having my release because it's there. I'm confident with it. I know that it's going to work. I don't have any issues with it. And I know that it'll be there. It's not like it's going to fall off.
Yeah. So, personal preference on
Trisha.
that one.
It is a tiny hand problem.
Tiny hand problem. She gets it.
It's a short person problem.
She and I are twins. We have everything the same. We are twins.
I know, it's hilarious.
We were meant to be. Is how we've decided. We have the same dog. We have the same truck. Twinners.
Whoa.
Weird. Whoa.
So something that we kind of wanted to talk about too is how our hunting experiences have gone this last little bit of the season. We've had a couple of adventures that have not happened. I mean, we have not filled any tags.
We have not filled any of our tags.
No, it's bad. I didn't fill my archery tag. I still haven't filled my rifle tag. I got one more weekend to get my rifle tag done.
That's it? You only have one more week.
One more weekend
weird.
for my buck. The buck tag is, it's only 2 weekends for the rifle buck tag.
I forgot.
So I now am I have one more weekend, but the problem is that's Halloween weekend. So I don't think I'm going to get back out with my kids. So my rifle tag is about to get eaten.
Tag soup.
Seriously, I'm going to have 6 tag soup this year because Ryan hasn't filled any of his tags. I haven't filled any of mine. Yet we had a friend who donated some meat to us, and, you know, we've got 2 deer in the freezer, so that's kind of nice.
I've got a whole bunch of moose.
So, which I'm super jealous about.
Oh my gosh, I love moose.
I know you do.
So good. I've got some elk on the way. I've got a deer on the way. I've got some goat. I've got some speed goat. Anybody out there who says that antelope is disgusting,
you haven't cooked it right.
Come
supposedly.
to my house. I will cook it for you, and you will love it because it is the most delicious meat I've ever had. It rivals elk like no other. I'm not even joking. And yes, I understand it depends on the goat that you get, but not even joking. This one is the best I've ever had in my life.
You know, I was actually talking with Melissa Bachman. If you guys have seen or listened to that episode yet, it was the last one that was just released. She was telling me that they have a gland in their neck that if you're not careful with the hide when you're quartering and skinning and gutting, then it will actually get that sage taste automatically leached to your meat. So
yeah, so with
you have to be super
those,
careful.
from what I understand, you don't want to get any of the fur on the meat because the oils from it get on it, and that's what gives it that nasty gaming taste and everything. But
yeah,
I'm not even joking. Whoever wants to come over, I will cook it for you, and it's delicious, and you'll love it, and you'll thank me. You're welcome.
And Ryan made the most tender deer meat. I mean, I was very impressed. Oh my gosh, it was hilarious. I have to tell everybody this because it was so funny. We get these deer at the house, and this is Sunday, okay? Everybody's coming home from church.
Yeah.
And we're we're skinning 2 deer in front of my house. And this kid and his mom walk past.
Oh, no.
And no joke.
Oh, no.
She's my next door neighbor.
I know what.
And she is like walking, and she kind of gives this look like, oh my gosh, they're doing that out front. And her son goes, what in the world are they doing? And I have a really long driveway, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, do I like run out there and be like, hey, you want to come help? Like,
hey, come gut this deer.
Yeah, teach this child, you know, I know you're like 15 because I see you driving, but you want to come learn how to skin a deer? But it was so funny because he like started to slow down and his mom started to speed up, and she's like, get over here. This was really, really funny.
Oh gosh, heaven forbid.
Oh my gosh, you actually watched a deer get skinned.
I know, it was, I don't know, you know. That's something else that we can talk about is sensitivity.
Meat from the store too.
And they know they do. But, you know, it's Sandy and Kelly's renters. Yeah. Renters, that's fun. Anyway, but we also found ticks. A lot of ticks on these deer.
Nope.
Katie doesn't do ticks.
I don't.
And I've learned that now I don't either. Nope. Because Ryan goes, something is biting my neck.
No.
I'm sorry, you can tune out for a second. He had 2. One biting his neck and one that was on his shirt. And these were black and he was wearing a black shirt. So I was like even lucky enough to see these. And then I was like, something feels off. I said, just check my hair. Something itches, check my hair. I had one in the back of my hair. Okay? Up on the back. And I was like, dude, get him off. Like, what the hell's going on here? So, anyway.
I would have had a panic attack. Panic attack.
I didn't, you know, because I've learned that if I have attacks in front of my son, apparently I'm tongue-tied tonight. If I have a panic in front of Ronan or anything like that, he automatically will be like, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. And then he gets completely tuned out of things like snakes. I've totally got him tuned off of snakes, which I really need to find a way to get that all figured out. Hello, Pineville, Wyoming. Woo woo.
I've been
How's
there.
it going, Richie? I have too.
It's a cute little
I've
town.
driven through it.
I've actually been in there.
I've never stuck around, but we've drove through.
It's
I don't remember where we were going, but we drove through. So, hello. Thank you for tuning in. But
I don't do ticks.
Yeah, no. Ticks. No, thank you.
No,
they're hard. But I can no longer wig out like that.
In my studies, in all the studying studs that I do, I learned that ticks do not like tea tree oil. So,
but how do you use that and be scent free?
I use it the night before.
Okay.
So I will put it in my shampoo, and I will put it in my body wash. And yes, it stinks. It's a very potent smell. But it gets into your system. If you use an essential oil, I should say, it gets into your system, and it'll be in your system, and then you can use your scent-free stuff on top of that.
So it kind of covers it, but not overdoing it.
It's not going to overdo it, but it's still enough to help.
Yeah.
I mean, so far I've been in at 58 yards up on an elk, and I have been in at 40 yards on deer, and had no issues so far. So that's my studies for you.
If you have any questions about oils,
Luke,
over here. That explains a lot. Yeah, seriously though. I mean, come on, right?
He's only been hunting with me once. You don't get to chime in. You've been with me once.
You know what's sad is we've talked a lot about hunting and like actually doing things that we've not been on a hunt together.
I know.
That's a problem.
I know.
You make plans with other people before you think about asking me. And I'm normally the one that's behind. So we are currently based out of Bluffdale, Utah. So it's on the south end of the that was right into the mic.
Oh, okay.
We are at Bluffdale, Utah. Our base is here at Zeiss. Zeiss.com, wow. Zeiss. And they're the south end of the Salt Lake Valley.
Lucas, it wasn't because of how I smelled, okay?
What?
That's not the reason why we didn't see anything.
Up here? That's why I came up here, so that we were... Oh, sorry.
We're getting kicked out.
Not quite.
Not yet.
We are almost getting kicked out. Not really. They're getting ready to have a meeting, and we're kind of in their space.
We saw stuff, Lucas. I saw 3 moosin, and we saw some deer. We just didn't shoot anything.
Yeah.
So don't say we didn't see anything.
You know, you could be like me and take 2 shots and still miss with a rifle.
That's okay.
Okay, so I took 2 shots and Ryan took 2 shots.
At least you got to take a shot, because my elk that I had that I almost shot blew out from me, and then I almost shot at 2 doe, but they needed just to take just a tiny little more step, and I would have shot at them. But no. So at least you've gotten to shoot at something. I haven't.
Well, you have to realize that this was at like 250 yards, and then he ran off to 350 yards, and it was a sad state of affairs. You know, Ryan doesn't miss. So when he didn't even get this buck. Well, no, like when we were in our practicing and all this stuff, but we did some calculations on it based on the wind, you know, like you go back and you're like, hey, what happened? What went wrong? We analyzed the situation afterwards and found out that we shouldn't have missed. So guarantee that it was actually something with the rifle. So, you know, I wish that it didn't happen that way, but unfortunately it did. So, but let's talk a little bit about technology and all the fun stuff that's been coming up.
Ooh, there's this new thing that I want. Ooh, I want it so bad. I'm still looking into it because, and I think I'm going to wait on it. Ooh, so excited. So Andy was telling me about this new rangefinder that they came out. I have no idea what it's called.
Do you know the brand?
Nope, I have no idea.
Oh, that's a problem.
It's a new rangefinder that they've come out with that it actually sits on your bow riser.
Yeah.
And it ranges it for you. So it'll sit there. You're looking through your sight and everything.
Okay.
And it ranges it for you. As of right now, from what I've looked into, it only goes up to roughly about 65 yards. So that's why I'm waiting.
Okay.
Because I want to see if they're going to make one that will go out further.
Right.
But, yeah. I think
that would be cool. That'd be a cool one to try.
You know, for people like me, when I go out by myself, you know, I'm not going to have to range it and get everything set up. I think that'd be super sweet.
Yeah. And I know, okay, so backtracking. Brandon says 350 isn't bad. I know it's not that bad. That's the problem. Okay? So we think the rifle was off because that was a sad state of affairs. It felt brutal. And then, yes, Jen, that is why it's called hunting. I saw somebody put up a thing the other day that said, you know, I'm doing a survey with people, asking them if when you go out hunting, you harvest every time, and had a few other things. If you always go after a trophy, and or if you always come home like empty-handed, and all of them, I'm like, duh. You never know what's going to happen on a hunt. And I wish that people understood that, you know, it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of effort to get out there and to do that. And I am learning so much this year. I don't think I'm ever going to be an avid hunter, but I don't even know.
So that rangefinder, for the life of me, I'll pull it up and see if I can find it on my phone, Google. But it does. It just sits right on your riser. And as of right now, it only goes out to about 65, 70 yards. I don't know how accurate it is or anything because it's new. I mean, obviously it's probably going to be pretty accurate, but I'll find out what it is. Give me just a minute.
I'm wondering how it would attach to your riser though, and how you would be able to make that. Look at us. I'm afraid of how to make that work.
So it sits. I'll hold on.
Yeah, Kate's gonna pull that up while I talk about the stuff that I use. You know, as far as rangefinder right now, I use the Leupold DNA. I absolutely love it. It switches between bow to rifle and makes it all work. It's like seamless. Like it takes 2 clicks and I'm switched over. If, you know, my husband's shooting his bow and I'm shooting a rifle at the time, it makes that switch effortless. And I absolutely love it. It's clear. It's got points on yardage, so it's not just a flat number, and you don't know if it's rounded. If you're like an accurate shooter at a specific yardage, that is something that I've actually absolutely loved. And then, I mean, I don't know. I am kind of leaning towards Leupold now. Go over to the feed. He put that one. I found one.
Yeah, so I found that one. That's not the one that I was looking at, but that is another one that I've seen.
She forgot she put down her mic. I forgot that it's not like on the stand.
See, that's what I mean. Like yeah.
I know. See, we normally have our stand like this, and it makes it a lot easier to talk because then it's hands free, which makes things really, really nice. Let's see here. Things are going pretty good. Is there anything else?
I like how everybody else is so much faster at Googling things than I am.
Well, it's because you've been looking at this too, though. Like, it's different when we're doing things live. Let's see. That's awesome, Jen. At least he's gotten a couple, you know, and he's proud of that. Public land hunting is very, very difficult, especially here in Utah. You know, there's a lot of the times it's very limited, and when you are going, if you're not going into the backcountry where you have to hike and you have to hike everything in, there is no base camp. You literally have bow mounted rangefinder. That's what he searched. You literally have to get way back out there. So the thought of hiking in all your food and stuff, a lot of the mountain ranges out here don't take horses. Like a lot of the hunting areas is watershed. So you're limited unless you have private property to go on, which is very lucky for people. I'm jealous of those that can do that and that have that. But anywho, that's kind of what's happened with my experience and my husband's, but hopefully there's some changes that, you know, will come up and that we'll be able to. This is something that bothers me. The whole horses thing, right? Not being able to go into watershed. Their poop is more natural than a dog's poop. Isn't that they let dogs up these trails?
Some of them, not all of them. Another thing, though, is you've got other wild animals up there. My whole problem with that is we're already filtering the water anyway. Why does it matter?
I think we should look up the science behind it.
I am pretty sure my pee that's going to eventually get into that watershed is worse than horse poop.
Yes.
Pretty sure.
You know what? It's true. Watershed's hard. And being right on the base of a mountain that supplies a lot of Salt Lake with their water, it's hard to say, you know, well, I wouldn't do that. I'd do this, without knowing the exact science behind it. But at the same time, you're right. Things are going to saturate it, and it's just going to change.
A couple weeks ago, when I went out with Sam, when we went out hunting, we were on the Wasatch where you're not supposed to have horses and stuff. We're going up there. We come back to the little trail. Oh, guess what we find? Horse poop and horse tracks and all this stuff. So it's like,
people aren't respecting the signs anyway.
no, they don't care.
I would rather be not respecting the signs and hike up with my horses. Because then I can take in camp. And there's more you can do with
goats?
horses.
What about goats?
Ryan wants pat goats. Oh my gosh.
I want goats.
Ronan has decided that he has to have goats. And Ryan is all about this.
Oh, yeah.
So he has been milking it. And anytime you say, Ronan, what do you want? And he goes, I want goats.
Goats.
I want goats. I want a black goat. I said, what are we going to name him? And he goes, Billy.
Billy Goat.
Yep, that's why. So, we have to start wrapping up here, guys. But some of the upcoming events that we want you guys to kind of think about that we are hoping to attend. There's, let's see, 1, 2, 3. There's 4 shows that are coming up. The first one is the Rocky Mountain Christmas Expo that's coming in Vegas. It's December 1st through the 10th. I don't know if we're going to be able to get there. We're trying to see if we can make it work. It gets a little bit chaotic with Katie's
Muleys
scheduling.
are always the best camp packers. I love mules. Mules are the lazy boys of riding up the mountains.
They really are.
I will not ride a horse up in the mountains. And I grew up with horses. I will take a mule any day, all day.
So, Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation Christmas Expo. Then we have ATA that's coming up January 10th through the 12th. That is actually out of state, like significantly out of state. I think it's in Illinois?
Back east somewhere.
Yeah, it's back east somewhere. I didn't write it down. But, that one's going to be a little bit more difficult for us to get to. So we probably won't be attending that one. However, we have a lot of friends that will be. So keep your eyes out for our THWP squad. Woo-hoo. SHOT Show. We are so excited for SHOT Show this year. There's so many great things that are going to be coming up. That's January 17th through the 20th. I will be there. I am making it happen. Katie's working on getting her schedule to make sure that she can be there as well. That's my birthday, so I'm planning on being there and seeing what all the new people come out with.
Over our birthdays.
I know. But guess what? Western Conservation Expo, which is the next one, they changed the dates on it a little bit.
It's not on my birthday this year?
Nope. So the Western Conservation Expo is going to be February 16th through the 19th. So in the years past, it's been over Valentine's Day. They've changed it a little bit. 16th through the 19th. They are doing a ladies' pretty in pink party. If you are coming to the Western Conservation Expo, please, please, please come and hang out with us. We are planning on attending that. It is Friday and Saturday, and they have some auctions going on for the ladies. They have their ladies' lunch that we will definitely be at. And I think they have a little bit of another little party thing that they put together with that. So we are planning on being there. We also are going to start doing some stuff with Total Archery Challenge coming up throughout the year. It's still a little bit up in the air as to exactly where we're going to be, what we're doing, but we are planning on helping them out as well. So if they're coming to your location, please support them. And we love you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and for commenting. And we are so excited to see how this year ends and what comes up next year.
The support from everybody's been really great. Like, I'm kind of blown out of the water almost all the time. Anytime someone adds me or they message me and they're just like, I found you from the podcast. You guys are doing great. We love it. It's a breath of fresh air. That's my favorite. That's my favorite, knowing, you are listening, that you are tuning in, that you do like what we're putting out there, because we are trying to be a little bit different. We're not trying to be the traditional.
Oh, we are so not traditional.
No. Nah. But
the only thing that's so we have a lot of common things, but we are still so very different too. You got Katie, who is Katie. She's great. The way that I would explain it is Katie toots to her own horn. She goes and she does what she needs to do, and then you have me, who's married stay-at-home mom, and we are proof that anybody can get out there and anybody can do whatever they want in the outdoors. You don't have to be Katie to go in the outdoors. You can be me to go in the outdoors. You don't have to be me to not go out. You don't have to not be Katie to not go out. You have to
whoever you want to be and just go do your own thing, and
yeah.
Just if you want to go, go.
seriously, make it happen, guys. We love seeing people getting out in the outdoors, and we see people tag us, and, you know, we love seeing you ladies getting out there, and even some of the gentlemen, you know, we love seeing everybody getting out there with their kids. You know, we have to get our younger generations into being outside and getting them away from tablets and TV. And I know it's really difficult, especially coming from a mom. It's very, very difficult to do sometimes. But, you know, it really is worth it.
Me and my kids can't.
I know.
I just can't get my kids away from it.
You need to keep Tebow away from that stuff, man.
It's rough.
I know. But we really do appreciate all the love and support, guys. And we can't see what you guys have coming up and some of the harvests you've had this year. So good luck. Have a good evening. And we will be seeing you guys hopefully soon. I think we're going to try and do this again coming up next month. So, woo-hoo! Peace and love to you all.